Welcome to Top USA News Channel. Breaking news. World War III alert, U.S. Senate attempts to curb Trump's nuclear strike capability. The Senate in the United States is to hold a hearing today in attempt to restrict Donald Trump's power to authorize a nuclear strike as global fears of World War III breaking out continue to grow. Both Republicans and Democrats in the House have raised questions over the U.S. president's fire and fury rhetoric against North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un as the saber-rattling and insults are traded between Washington and Pyongyang. Under the U.S. president's current powers, no one can prevent Mr. Trump from launching a nuclear strike on any country, and many people in the Senate fear a knee-jerk reaction from Mr. Trump could trigger the red button and start a nuclear war. Republican Tennessee Senator Bob Corker said in a statement, "This discussion is long overdue," as the announcement was made that the Foreign Relations Committee would oversee the debate. Military experts such as General C. Robert Keller, former commander of the United States Strategic Command, and Brian McKeon, who served as acting undersecretary for policy at the U.S. Department of Defense, are expected to take part. Senators are expected to discuss whether they feel Mr. Trump is actually fit to be in charge of the country's nuclear arsenal. Donald Trump issued a warning to North Korea last week during an address to South Korea's National Assembly in the capital Seoul. He said, "Do not underestimate us. And do not try us. Every step you take down this dark path increases the peril you face. America does not seek conflict or confrontation, but we will never run from it." The U.S. president has the power to order a nuclear strike without having to seek approval from military leaders or lawmakers. Former Vice President Dick Cheney said in December 2008, "The president doesn't have to check with anybody. He doesn't have to call the Congress. He doesn't have to check with the courts." If Mr. Trump did decide to launch an attack on North Korea, experts predict he would first hold an emergency conference with the Defense Secretary, Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman and other advisors before being briefed by the commander of U.S. Strategic Command. He would then verify his authorization using the nuclear football and security codes that he was given after being sworn into office. The codes are unique to him and contained on a small card known as the biscuit, which is kept on the president at all times. Once they are punched in, experts say the order would then be sent to the Pentagon and Strategic Command for launch. North Korea's media outlet KCNA recently issued its latest threat to the U.S., saying nuclear war could break out at any moment due to the reckless actions of the U.S. It said, "The situation of the Korean Peninsula is now on the worst phase of tension in which a nuclear war may break out any moment due to the U.S. reckless moves for aggression on the DPRK. The puppet warmongers, keen on the moves to provoke a war, escalating the tension in collusion with outsiders, are harassers of peace and traitors to the nation who can never be allowed to go scot-free. The military provocation act of the puppet forces going helter-skelter with the backing of their master is a suicidal act of digging their own graves."